Hi guys! First, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. I hope everyone enjoyed their time with their friends and family and loved ones. As you can already tell by the title of the video, the subject I'm going to be talking about is my decision to do gastric sleeve surgery. So I wasn't sure where to start off with the video, but I guess I'll start off with the fact that I struggled with my weight all my life. So the decision came pretty easy when I hit my highest weight last year, which was 315 pounds. So I basically that was just it for me. I couldn't take it anymore. I started developing a lot of health issues. I was constantly tired, falling asleep everywhere, had no energy, couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I was constantly winded. It was just really bad. And it wasn't until I started going to the doctors to get all the different tests that you have to get done before you're actually approved through your insurance to get the surgery, when I found out that I actually suffered from sleep apnea, which is, when you basically stop breathing during your sleep. So that was really scary for me. So yeah, I got my surgery March 23rd of 2015. And as of today, January 4th, 2016, I've lost a total of 85 pounds. It's not the easiest decision to make, but it's definitely the best decision that you can make if you feel that you've tried everything else and you just absolutely can't do it on your own. Then basically I would definitely suggest doing surgery. Of course, do your research, because it is very hard. People who say, oh, you're taking the easy way out by getting surgery, it's absolutely not true. It is so hard. I mean, when I first got my surgery, like a couple days after, I was recovering and everything, and I basically instantly regretted getting the surgery because, you think you mentally prepare for it, but you're not in it yet, so you really don't know. I mean, it was pretty hard for me, but I knew that, like, the doctors kept saying it's gonna get better, you just have to let the time pass, you'll see, it's totally worth it. And they were right, but in that moment you just feel so like well, I know I did anyway. I felt a lot of regret, because I basically, I love food, let's face it. I didn't get 315 pounds, because I hated food. I love food. I loved eating sweets. I, just ate at all hours of the night, which is really bad for you. And I just ate a lot of it. I didn't drink that much water. I was constantly drinking sodas and juices, just unhealthy stuff, basically. So I, pretty much regret when I came out of surgery. I regretted it right away, and I was crying, and my mother, just felt so awful because she felt like she could have stopped me from getting the surgery. But in the end, when it's all said and done, I'm so happy I did it, because I was the type of person that, even though I struggled with weight all my life, and I would try to, do Weight Watchers, do Herbalife, do, my own diet, went to nutritionists, did this and that, try to stick with the gym routine. I was just, really like lazy. I didn't push myself. I needed something internally to basically stop me, because I did not have the willpower for any of that. So that's basically what the surgery is. So the surgery that I got is the gastric sleeve. So it's basically taking away 80% of your stomach, and it's leaving you a stomach about the size of a banana. Our stomachs are originally, you can probably stretch them out to about the size of a 2-liter Pepsi. So figure from going to a 2-liter Pepsi to the size of a banana. Yeah. In the beginning, you have like different stages that you have to go through with eating food. I can go into that in another video if you like me to continue this, because I figure I'd do it in different videos. Right now I kind of just wanted to do an introduction video of, you know, my decision to go ahead and do that surgery. But you know, my main reason, of course, for my health, I wanted to get, you know, do the surgery. But what really pushed me to get the surgery was the fact that I was having problems conceiving. And my fiance and I were trying for about 2 years, and I had 2 miscarriages, and it just really hit me that, you know, it, you know, could be due to my weight. And that's exactly, I went to my gynecologist, and, you know, he told me, no, it's fine, you know, there's plenty of women that are heavier than you that have, you know, had normal pregnancies, and, you know, it's, you know, you can do it, you can get pregnant, don't worry. If you want, you can lose about, you know, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, you know. And so I was like, okay, you know, I kind of like kept like left that as an excuse, like not to get the surgery. And I was like, oh yeah, he's telling me that, you know, I can get pregnant, it's not a big deal. But in the back of my mind, I knew that, you know, I'm most likely gonna have to get the surgery. So I went to see a specialist, and you know, she told me that everything was pretty much normal, and she said, you know, I've seen this a lot of cases, and basically it has to do with the woman's weight. So she said the best thing for me is, since I have tried everything already, you know, with going to the gym and Weight Watchers, and I just wasn't sticking to it, she said the best thing for me to do would be to have the surgery. And she's like, you know, do your research, you know, go to the seminars and see how you feel about it. And so I did. As soon as I left the office, my fiance and I called, we made an appointment to go to a seminar, and I went, and, you know, we got all the information. And that's where they tell you basically everything for, you know, insurance, what you have to do, all the testing that you have to get done, which is a lot. It's like annoying, but I mean, they have to make sure that you're, you know, that your body can handle the surgery to begin with. So yeah, I went through all my testing, got all my approvals. You have to go to a support group, I think 2 meetings. Yeah, and so like I did all of that, and through all that process, like I spoke about in the beginning, you know, is when, with all this testing, that I found out that I had the sleep apnea, and I actually had to use the machine for I think 3 weeks. And basically they keep all the information, and it's like it's fed through like a wireless router, and they get the data back to them, and it basically, you know, shows them your sleeping pattern. And yeah, so it's basically sent over to the insurance for the approval. So that was basically my decision, you know, was just go ahead and get the surgery, because I knew that I wanted to have at least 1 child, and you know, I wasn't doing anything myself to make that happen. You know, as sad as that sounds, but it's true. You know, I really didn't have like that internal, like, you know, willpower, motivation that so many people have. But yeah, so I'm glad I got this surgery, and definitely was hard in the beginning. I definitely had regrets right away. But, you know, as of right now, I'm totally fine. I'm actually able to eat a little more, which is kind of scary too, because I don't want to like overeat. But, you know, you're basically not allowed, but you're basically able to have about 4 to 5 ounces of food at a time. You have to wait ½ hour in between drinking. You can't have anything carbonated. Coffee is a big no-no, although I do have a latte, just 1 a day. I don't go over that. You have to drink a lot of water. Make sure you keep your protein levels up, at least like 60 grams or higher. Oh, and basically, you know, as you lose the weight or whatever, work in exercise into your routine, which I was kind of lazy, because like I said, I got the surgery back in March of 2015. So now it's January 1st, and, you know, I promised myself that I was going to go to the gym and start doing a workout regimen, you know, kind of get myself started in that route. And, you know, because like right now I feel like my weight loss has kind of slowed down a little, but still 85 pounds is like a huge difference. I didn't think it really was such a big difference, but when I see pictures of myself from before and like to now, it's like, oh my god. I was that huge, like, you know. And of course I still, you know, want to lose at least another 50 pounds because my goal weight is to be 180 at least, you know, at least 180. If I get lower than that, fine, but I don't want to be like super thin or anything, you know. I don't feel like my body frame is meant to be any less than that. But is there anything else? I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to talk about in this first video for this little mini series. Of course, if you have any other questions, just comment down below. Feel free to ask me anything. But I'm just trying to think of anything else. If you are someone who's researching and, like, you know, thinking about getting the surgery, there are different options, of course. You know, gastric sleeve is not the only one, you know. Of course, they have the bypass, they have the Roux-en-Y, they have the lap bands. So it's just basically on your personal, you know, what you want from out of the surgery. You know, I did consider getting the lap band. However, knowing myself, I knew that I wasn't gonna keep refilling it, because with the lap band, it's basically just a band over a portion of your stomach, so it slows down eating, and you can basically reverse it. There's like ports in your stomach that they refill and stuff like that, and I was just like kind of weirded out by that. Yeah, I'd rather just have my stomach cut and it just be permanent. But I think that's all I, you know, can think of to say right now in this video. At the end of the video, I will put in some before and after pictures so you can see what I look like at my highest weight. It was so crazy to think that I was 315 pounds and I'm only 5'5.5", and it's just like, ew. But I'm proud that I made the decision that I did, and hopefully in the future we will be blessed with a child, and of course after we get married. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.